Good morning, everybody. Squishy Squid here, and I wanted to bring you out with me to the goat pen to show you what I discovered the other day. I've been reading about wild foraging, looking for wild edible plants lately, and it's a pretty interesting topic. If you've never looked up plants that are edible in your area, you really should, because it's free food. But I didn't really expect to find any because we have goats and we have chickens and they eat everything that's edible. So you can imagine my surprise when I came out to the goat pen and discovered these beautiful purple flowers. Let's see if I can get it to focus on them. You see these? They're amazing, right? That is a plant called henbit, which is, as most wild edibles are, full of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and all that kind of thing. So you can imagine I was excited to find this, and I thought, well, I'm going to harvest this and put it in our salads. Because it's pretty great, and it's pretty. I mean, who doesn't want to eat a flower, right? And I'm looking at all the foliage around it, and I'm thinking, this is young growth or some kind of, I was thinking it's the same plant. But as I was looking closer, I realized the leaves are not the same at all. What is this stuff? And I reached into it and I started moving it around so I can get a better look and see what this crazy plant is. And my hand started burning. And I'm sure plenty of you will be laughing at me at this, but this is actually stinging nettle. The reason I didn't recognize it is because I come from Ohio, and in Ohio, stinging nettles are bigger, they're darker green, and they have a longer, narrower leaf. So I know what stinging nettles look like. They do not look like this cute little plant here. I'm not going to touch it, but you can see the leaves are small, the plant is rather small. It's covered with little prickles though. And it does pack a punch. My hand was burning for the rest of the afternoon, which was foolish of me to just come out and grab something. I didn't know what it was. But I was not disappointed that all of this is stinging nettles. And this isn't the only patch, there's a couple of other patches in here. Because stinging nettles is also a wild edible. It's very cool. You can use it to make tea, and that tea is good for seasonal allergies. And I've got a couple of springtime sneezers, and let me tell you, they, oh look, my babies are here. They will benefit from having this stinging nettle tea for sure. And I've also used it in a couple of other ways. I fried some up in scrambled eggs as a green. It was great. I also chopped up a whole mess of it and put it in my chicken soup last night, and it was also good like that. Now you may be wondering how on earth you can eat something that stings you. You can cook it, that gets rid of the sting. You can dry it out. But what I did was I just washed it off and put it in the fridge. And after a couple of days in the fridge, it no longer stings you. So, all that being said, these are two great wild edibles just growing here in my goat pen. And I happen to be out of both of them, so I'm going to harvest some this morning. And I'll use them in something later during the day, I'm sure. Alright, all I can tell you guys for tips on harvesting this is wear gloves, okay? Wear gloves and you'll be fine. Also, they say you want to harvest the stinging nettle before it blooms. I forget why. I don't know if it doesn't taste as good after it blooms or what. None of this stinging nettle has bloomed though, so we are going to enjoy this while it lasts. I've read that it's a springtime green, so I'm not expecting to eat this all year long. But it is definitely worth the effort. The goats nibble on it, but they don't seem to eat it too much. I don't blame them. Okay. As you can see, I've got some. I'm not done yet. I'm going to pick some more from this patch, and I'm going to pick some more from a couple of other patches around here, so I have a good stock in the house because I don't want to do this every day. I want to get a big pile of it. So that about wraps that up. I would say the way I wash it so I don't get stung is I just put it into a bowl with a lid with water, and I shake it real good and drain it, shake it and drain it. Do that a few times, make sure the water's coming off clear, and then I pop that stuff in the fridge so it can lose its sting and turn into a delicious edible treat for us. Thanks for stopping by and checking out our cool patch of stinging nettle and henbit. Let me know in the comments what kind of things you've been munching on. Wild edibles and not, you know, and vegetables that you've grown as well. It's springtime. We're excited to start eating some fresh food that we've grown, and it is just wonderful. So you guys have a marvelous day. I'm going to finish picking this stuff.